buzz around a potential fight between Crawford and Canelo is getting louder. Dana White has made it clear that he's not interested in quick, easy fights. Instead, he's focused on shaking up the boxing world and remaking it in his own image. While White's vision is clear, promoter Turki Alek is still fueling the fire. He recently said that after May 3rd, we'll hear more about the big fight between Canelo and Crawford, calling it the biggest fight in the history of boxing. His words have sent the fight world into a frenzy, with fans and analysts wondering if the fight will really happen under Dana White's TKO Promotions or take a different path. The promise of an official announcement has fans eagerly awaiting, as they believe something huge is in the works. If this fight actually happens, it could completely change the direction of boxing. But with Dana White pushing his own plans, boxing is clearly at a crossroads. It's not just about two big aims facing off. This fight is about who will control the future of the sport. As the speculation builds, it's clear that the details aren't just being kept secret, they're being held back for a specific reason. This isn't just about building hype, it's about shifting the power in the fight game. And now, there's talk of a surprise that could change everything.
We will not announce it before the 3rd. All the details. And there is surprise about who will be the promoter of this big fight. And the platform, you will see the big fights in it. We finish everything, but I respect the request from Canelo. He wants to focus in his big fight and dangerous fight in the 3rd of May, and after that we will start to talk.
The choice of promoter and where the fight is broadcast isn't a minor detail. It's a game changer. This decision could decide who controls the next era of boxing. With Canelo focused on his May 3rd fight against William Skull, the real shakeup will come after that. The upcoming announcement won't just confirm the fight, it will reveal who is shaping the future of the sport. TKO, Dana White, and other key players are involved, but their roles, the stakes have never been higher and the stage is set for some major moves. The talk about a Crawford versus Canelo fight is no longer just a whisper. It's being fueled by big names in boxing. This isn't just another fight, it's a power play that could define boxing's future. The rumor that Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas could host the fight only adds to the excitement. If this marks the first big move of TKO's partnership with Ring Magazine, boxing is heading into unknown territory. But with White steering the ship in a new direction, all eyes are now on the official confirmation. If this fight gets the green light, it could change the way modern boxing is promoted. The involvement of TKO and Ring Magazine suggests a shift towards a new era of matchmaking, media coverage, and global reach. But with so many key players involved, the real question isn't just whether the fight will happen, it's under whose banner it will take place. This is bigger than just a super fight. It's a battle for control over boxing's future. The puzzle pieces are falling into place. Turki Alek now has full control of Canelo's next 4 fights, meaning he gets to decide who promotes them, where they take place, and how they're structured. This is a big change from Canelo's previous partnerships with Matchroom, Golden Boy, or PBC. Now Canelo is working without a traditional promoter. This shift in power opens the door for a new major player to enter, and with Dana White involved in events backed by Turkey and the Saudis, the world of boxing is on the brink of a huge change. Dana White has said Turkey's got a 4-fight deal with Canelo, and that he's not tied to a traditional promoter anymore. White also mentioned that he's working on events for a company backed by Turkey and the Saudis. This is more than just a business move, it's a power shift at the highest level of the sport. As Turkey's influence grows, Dana White is now a major player in this new era of boxing. If Saudi-backed events become the new normal, traditional promoters might get left behind. Boxing, which has always been fragmented, is now being restructured by a new force. White is not just focused on making fights, he's aiming to reshape the entire system, much like he did with the UFC. White believes that the key to fixing boxing is simple: make the best fight the best, with no excuses. In the UFC, the top fighters have to face each other, and White wants to bring that same energy to boxing. No more politics, No more ducking the best challenger. If he succeeds, this could end the frustration fans have felt over mismatched fights and endless negotiations. With the backing of Turkey and the Saudis, White is setting the stage for boxing's biggest transformation in decades.
That's it. What do you make of Dana White entering the world of boxing and teaming up with Cheek Turkey?
Yeah, I mean, if they pay like the UFC, though, we might not like it. We might not like it, but I'm happy, Dana's getting involved. He's a great dude, and I'm sure they're going to do big things.
One of the biggest questions about TKO's involvement is fighter pay. The UFC has been criticized for not paying its fighters well, and if TKO applies the same approach to boxing, it could change how money flows in the sport. At the same time, fighters see Dana White's involvement as a sign of legitimacy and big opportunities. White has a proven track record of growing combat sports, so it's clear that big changes are coming. Whether these changes benefit all fighters or create new challenges is still uncertain, but one thing is for sure: boxing structure is being rewritten right before our eyes. Dana White has always been about disrupting the system and building something stronger. As talks about his role in boxing grow, the biggest question is not just who he will promote, but how he plans to fix a sport that has been broken for years. Boxing has long been bogged down by politics, mismatched fights, and champions avoiding tough challenges. White wants to change all that. His philosophy is clear: the best should fight the best. If he succeeds, this could be the breakthrough boxing needs.
A super fight. And I do super fights, so.
Who do you feel wins?
I don't know. I don't know.
Will you be in attendance? Will you be there?
Probably. More than likely, yes.
His words reflect the
Dana White understands the importance of making the biggest fights happen. The buzz around Crawford versus Canelo is proof that this is the fight fans want. These two have dominated their divisions, and this isn't just another title match. It's a fight that could define this new era of boxing. White believes that predicting a winner in a fight like this is never easy. Canelo's power, experience, and championship pedigree make him a real threat. On the other hand, Crawford's unmatched skill, precision, and versatility give him an edge. This is one of those rare fights where anything can happen, and that's what makes it special. Whether TKO is the promoter or not, the excitement for this fight is undeniable. If this marks the start of a new era in boxing, Crawford versus Canelo could set the standard for future matchups. With Dana White leading the charge, the fight world is gearing up for a huge shift in how fights are made.
And Canelo. Can we please get Bud Crawford and Canelo? I don't know if we're gonna see it, but man, I think that's what damn near all fight fans.
As speculation about this new era grows, voices across the world of combat sports are weighing in on the fights they want to see. One fight that keeps coming up is Crawford versus Canelo. Even Big E, a major figure in wrestling, has made it clear that this is the fight fans are craving. His excitement reflects what boxing fans everywhere are thinking. This is the super fight the sport needs. Both fighters are at their peak, and this matchup is about more than just belts and divisions. It's about greatness. If TKO's influence leads to the kinds of fights fans actually want, Crawford versus Canelo could set the tone for the future of the sport. The buzz is growing and the excitement is only building.
Oh no, man. I can't root against Bud right now. You wonder if Canelo and the miles start to catch up. It's a great fight. Obviously, Canelo's the bigger man, but seeing Bud put some weight on, I won't root against Bud. Gun to my head, I'll go Bud.
Big E's excitement for this fight isn't just about the fight itself. It's about bringing fans the matchups that will make boxing history. With Dana White, TKO, and major figures pushing for change, this fight represents everything fans want to see. Two undisputed champions, elite skills, and a battle that could cement their legacies. The demand for this fight is clear, and as the conversation heats up, Big E took it a step further by making his own prediction about how the fight could unfold.
A decision. I don't think he'd finish Canelo, but I think we'd see a decision. I was actually just watching the highlights of the Spence fight, and my God, we went into that thinking it was going to be a 50-50 fight, and it was not.
Dude,
so,
I was there for that one.
Yeah.
And everyone in the media section was like, oh.
Shocking. It was shocking to see. Bud is a dog, though.
Big E's analysis shows how close this fight really is. Canelo's size and experience give him an advantage, but Crawford's skill, adaptability, and momentum make him just as dangerous. This is as close to a 50-50 fight as boxing has seen in years. More voices are weighing in, and the momentum behind this potential showdown is only growing. Big E's confidence in Crawford isn't just hype. He's basing it on what he's already seen. Crawford has proven his ability to dominate elite opponents, including in his one-sided victory over Errol Spence. Now Big E is doubling down on his belief that Crawford can handle Canelo. But this time, it will be a very different kind of fight.
First reaction, of course, it was about size of Crawford. Is it okay for him to move up for 2 weight classes, yeah, or not? But then I saw him in Dubai maybe a month ago. I saw him. He's big, and he has very good skills. He's one of my favorite boxers.
Big E's prediction is that this fight will be a technical, strategic battle rather than a knockout finish. Canelo's durability and size make him tough to stop, but Crawford's precision and relentless pressure could lead to a clear decision victory. The way Crawford dismantled Spence was a statement, showing that he can rise to any challenge. Canelo is a different test, but Big E believes Crawford's mentality and skill will be enough to carry him through. As more experts weigh in, it's clear that this fight could go down as one of the greatest in boxing history.
And even not but, there is a lot of things, small things, which we don't know how he will deal with this. He needs to get used to the power and pressure of 168 because it's different, big difference, to be honest. Maybe he will get used to it, and how he will be feeling himself on the same day when he will fighting, how his training camp will go on, a lot of things. But he's able, he has good skills, he's awkward.
His breakdown highlights the small details that could make a difference.
Dmitry Bivol, who knows what it's like to face a bigger opponent, has added his perspective to the debate. Bivol understands the challenges of moving up in weight and how size can affect a fight. He believes that Crawford's skill and adaptability will make him a real threat against Canelo. Having faced Canelo in the ring, Bivol knows firsthand how hard it is to break through Canelo's defense, which is one of his strongest qualities. Bivol points out that while size and strength matter, it's also about how Crawford adapts. If Crawford can adjust to Canelo's power, pressure, and speed, he could have a real chance. Bivol's insights bring a new layer to the conversation, showing that it's not just about who's bigger, but who can impose their style better. With Crawford's skill and Canelo's defensive mastery, this could be one of the most competitive fights in recent boxing history. What do you think? Can Crawford pull off an upset, or will Canelo's size, power, and experience be too much? Will TKO take charge of this fight, and could it mark the start of Dana White's big vision for boxing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.